Good morning, gladiators. We are about to play S02. Got to get in front of the logo there, otherwise it'd be a bit weird. Well, it's a highly professional introduction to the game's Gladiator. It's a frosty morning here in Sydney, Australia. Got my trusty cup of instant coffee and we're ready to play a game. And today we're playing a classic from 1987. Well, to be more correct, it's a remake of a classic from 1987 called Double Dragon, or more specifically, Double Dragon Reloaded. This is one of the great beat-em-ups of all time. This is one of the godfathers of the beat-em-up genre, which is one of my favorites. I have spent so many years playing Double Dragon as a kid. I knew the game so well, and a day or two ago I saw on the internet that it had been remade back in 2016 by a team called Maggers, M-A-G-G-A-S. I think hopefully nothing to do with Make America Great Again. I don't know. Maybe. Probably not. It's unlikely. But I digress. It is time for us to sit down, put our knuckle dusters on, and stretch our legs, and get ready for some Double Dragon Reloaded. So here we are. The game is just loading up now. Yeah, it was kind of cool. I saw a tweet from someone a few days ago that mentioned that this project was out in the wild, and I thought I got to check it out because my youth was spent playing many video games, but this probably as much as any of them I played a ton of Double Dragon. Right, here we go. We got the cool chiptune style music. I haven't played this one yet. Sometimes when I do the Games Gladiator videos, I fire up the games and give them a quick test out before I play them, just to make sure they work. So I haven't done that with this one, so let's give it a go and see if the controls and everything work. Press start. What's the start button? There we go. Start game. New game. Story arcade arranged where the giant... Oh, cool. There's like a... That's pretty cool. There's different game modes. We'll do the arcade mode, which is one I'm most familiar with. So you can be Billy, or alternate Billy. Cool little color shift. Jimmy, who's his brother. Cool, I got the color shifts from the different Double Dragons. You can be the... Oh, wow. You can actually be the villains from the games. Abobo, the great Abobo. You can be the machine gun boss, who was actually the last boss of the game back in the day. That's Hulk Hogan. You can be Hulk Hogan in this game. That is unreal. Legendary Hulk Hogan. Ultimate Warrior. Yeah, that's so good. So you can be pro wrestlers in this game. That is that Randy Savage? Yeah, let's start off with Billy, and we might go back and play again with Hulk Hogan. That's so cool. The game always begins in quite a violent fashion with Billy's girlfriend getting punched in the gut and kidnapped. And of course you turn up and must seek revenge and get your girlfriend back. It's a very simple game compared to like the later arcade games like Final Fight and Streets of Rage and that kind of thing. You've really only got punch, 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 kick, kick, kick. It should be a headbutt as well. There's a back kick, but if you get close you can headbutt. But if you can actually grab guys by getting up close to them. And there are a couple little combos with pressing. Now I'm not sure, I did read that they I put a few extra kind of moves in here, but I don't know how to perform them because I didn't read the instructions. From what I gather, they've actually kind of done a mixture of Double Dragon 1 and Double Dragon 2 stages. Now, there were a lot of Double Dragon games. There was 1, 2, and 3, the trilogy, and 3 was pretty terrible, the Rosetta Stone. It really kind of didn't feel like the first two, and I can't remember if it was 3 or another one, but you could play in the arcades, and this was one of the first games that actually had in-app purchases in it. So you play in the game, you put your dollar coin in or your 25 cents, but then you could go into shops and actually buy upgrades for real money. Rather than earning them with in-game currency, you'd actually have to buy them. So it was, you know, they were ahead of their time in a bad way, you know. So there's the dominatrix, the sort of bondage lady there. You can take a whip and whip them back. You can actually climb up here as well and jump down on your enemies. It's a little bit pointless. There's a Bobo, jumps out of the wall, but you can, they'll follow you, but they won't climb up. I think there's a way to kind of jump kick down. Oh no, they will follow you up. I forgot that. I had the PC version of this for a long time, so, oh yeah, jump back down. We want that bat, because the bat will do a lot of damage. A Bobo's tough. He's a big unit. I actually follow a developer on Twitter. I can't remember his name, but he actually made an awesome game called a Bobo's Big Day Out or something. I think something like that. But you actually play the whole game as a Bobo in this crazy genre-bending platform game shooter, massive bosses and everything. It's a free game. It's worth checking out. I think it's on itch. This one is on Game Jolt. I picked this up with Game Jolt. Although I believe it's on a bunch of other places as well. Bobo's taken a lot of hits with the bat before he dies. Now, a game like this really should be played with a friend. Because, of course, it is not single dragon, it's double dragon. And it's so much more fun if you have a friend. And one of the cruel things about the game, kind of fun but cruel, are those barrels are cool because you can take out multiple enemies by kicking and rolling them. Whoa! That's like the Mr. T version of a Bobo. So you might hear a bit of a power drill in the background. My neighbor is doing a little bit of gardening work, which is always fun. Just when you're trying to record. Oh, we're getting smashed here. I'm not as good as I used to be, that's for sure. There we are, flipping. We're getting jumped by these 3 guys. That jump kick is good. A good player will be able to kick those barrels back, but that's why I said a good player. There we go. Do a backward kick. What I was saying before is, yeah, you play those 2 players, and when you get to the end, you defeat the machine gun guy, and you actually have to face off with your friend and fight to the death to see who gets the girlfriend. So I'm not sure whose girlfriend she was, but someone's betraying the other brother to get the girl, which is a pretty cruel but awesome twist. Now I can't remember what the pickup button is, so we are getting slammed by these guys. I'm really out of practice, but we got a lot of credits, so I'm not too worried. The old power elbow. If I got to remember how to pick up the damn bat, would be we'd be better off. Now, this game is recommended to play, what's the credit button? Let's check, it'd be Jimmy. You should play this game with a gamepad. The keyboard is a bit clunky, but back when I was little and I'd play with this with my friends, we'd all gather around the one keyboard, and you would have one guy on the left, one guy on the right, and it was quite crowded. But well, there's another character there. We're getting jumped in this alleyway. If I can just take him out one at a time, I get that bat. But that was nothing. You think, there we go. Someone's got to go down. They don't give you much room. Oh dear. Poor Jimmy. There was a game called Gauntlet, and a lot of you will remember Gauntlet. It's one of the original sort of dungeon kind of adventure games. Like a very simple top-down, run around, get keys, kill monsters sort of thing. But you can play that on PC. This is actually kind of tricky to control. You don't get a lot of time, and you get jumped by all 3 of them. And the music's quite tense. Oh man, by the time I get a combo in, There we go. There's actually this nice spinning kick that I can't do. But yeah, Gauntlet, you can play up to 4 players. And... oh dear. This is embarrassing. And so I remember a few sessions where I had 3 friends all on the one keyboard. And we had tiny little hands, you know, back then. Little Donald Trump sized hands. And we would... oh, there we go. We got one. That'll make it easier. Damn it. That backwards kick is not effective against... there we go. If I could remember how to pick the damn bat up. I can't pick the bat up! I just want to play some baseball. What's the jump button? Jump would help. I'm going to do a jump kick. There's jump. Oh yeah, jump kick. Oh gosh. There we go. Ah, Bobo, you're doing me wrong, brother. The music's kind of full on early in the morning. I'm sort of playing this game before my day begins. I've got to do some work on Spartacus today. Oh, there we go. That's great. Finally figured out how to pick the bat up. Ah, dear. There's only 4 stages in Double Dragon, believe it or not. Oh. Well, Dynamite's great. If you can pick the Dynamite and chuck it at them... oh, no! I threw it off the screen. It'll kill them all. And that guy's got a knife too. Does he? No. But there was a way to knock these guys off the screen. There we go. Ah. And if you can knock them off the screen, you'll save yourself a bit of time. Double Dragon has been ported to just about everything. Everything, you know, it's been on all the old Sega, Atari, Amstrad, Nintendo, Amiga, you name it. And, you know, ports of varying quality. Let's bring him down here and knock them off the edge. Oh, he's got it back. There was a way to backflip. I can't... not to flip these guys over your head. Or is that Streets of Rage? I can't remember. We could flip the characters. If you get them in a headlock, you could reverse flip them. But I think that might be Streets of Rage. I'm getting my beat 'em ups confused. See, we'll try on this guy. Well, this is a great remake. They've really done a fantastic job. It's totally captured the vibe of it. There we go. Got a bat now. So we can knock this guy off as well. Batter up! See ya, buddy. There we go. Finally remembering my old Double Dragon skills. Very embarrassing. I blame the keys. Poor workman blames his tools, alright? Alright, we should be able to knock these guys onto the conveyor belt and into the trash compactor. If I get my bat. Get another credit. Who should we be this time? Jimmy, Sonny, Williams, Linda, Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Randy Savage. It was Randy Savage. Let's be Hulk Hogan. Alright, brother! Come on! Ah, yeah, he's doing the Hulk moves. The Hulks. That is awesome. I was a big fan of wrestling in the 80s. As a kid, you know, back when you believe it's real. And Hulk Hogan was, like every kid, he was my favorite. Him and Andre the Giant. I loved Andre the Giant. And there's a classic WrestleMania match where Hulk and Andre, who were best friends for many years, have to fight each other. Now, can Hulk pick up the bat? I don't know if he can. So I think when you're Hulk Hogan, you can't pick up the bat. But he's very powerful. Can't pick up weapons. So if you jump onto the conveyor belt, you might die. Yeah. Ah! Yeah, he dies. Whoa! I'm stuck there. Oh no! That's no good. Well, that's the end of Hulk. Let's go back. Let's be Sonny. I don't remember Sonny. I'm stuck in a really bad position. So every time I respawn, I can't get out. Oh no! That's oh, there we go. It could have been fatal. No, no, get off the conveyor belt. Oh, no! Just burning through credits here. See if we can pick this guy and flip him. There was an awful Double Dragon movie that came out in 1994. And it starred Scott Wolf. And if you don't know who Scott Wolf is, he was one of the kids from Party of Five. The guy who wasn't in Lost, the other guy. And it was really bad. It really, like, just not a good beat 'em up. Just like so many of the video game movies, not only from the 90s, but just about of every era. You know, name a good video game movie. I bet you can't. It was just rubbish. Really terrible movie. Now we should be towards the end of the stage now. They're not big stages, you know. In Double Dragon 2, you get this big guy that comes out in a like a pair of suspenders and, you know, a suit. And this guy was actually based on Andre the Giant, because they didn't have obviously the rights to Andre the Giant, the famous wrestler, but they wanted to use him. And they'd made a wrestling game in the past, so they actually used the old sprite for Andre the Giant and just kind of painted over him. So yeah, this big hulking guy that you can clearly tell is Andre. On to stage 3 now. Mission 3. Another Abobo breaks out of the wall. I don't remember these different variations of the Abobo brothers being in Double Dragon, but I only played the PC version for many years, so it didn't have the extra sprites that I think the arcade had. You know, I played it a little bit in the arcade, but I never had enough money. You can see how bad I am even in this version. So you know, you'd be spending lots of your pocket money to play this. Now, on reflection, this is nowhere near as good as Streets of Rage as far as playability, or even Final Fight. You know, the controls, they've done a good job, but the original was pretty clunky in terms of your attacks were limited. You struggled to get out of crowds. It can be tricky when you get surrounded. But, you know, it was one of the classics. There's a bunch of cool indie developers making remakes, and not just remakes, but beat 'em ups, modern beat 'em ups in this style. One particular called Celestial, based on Celestial, the gods, the celestial gods, and that looks really cool. A lot of colorful characters in that. Celestial with the, you know, steel. You can look that up on the internet. There's another one called damn it, I should know it. It's something like Fatal City or something like that, by a guy called Mike. I apologize, I should know the name because he's a really cool developer and I'm really impressed by what he's done, but for the life of me I cannot remember the name of the game. But they are two great examples of you know, modern takes on the classic beat 'em up. Let's try Roper. It's cool that you can be all these different characters, you know. So one great thing about the indie revival of the last sort of 5 to 10 years is developers my age and younger are remaking and doing spiritual successors to games from their childhood that they love. So you can kind of go back and relive your childhood, but with, you know, a few differences. What I'd like to see is someone remake Kadash, because that was my favorite. That was an arcade game. Take that. Those things are a lot of damage. I should remember to use them more. We'll pick that up. Hey, that. Take that, Lion Man. Have a knife. Oh, there we go. Tell you what, if I'd used the gamepad, it would have been a lot more effective, you know, because I'm just kind of forgetting what each button does. Hey, that does a lot of damage. Definitely, I think these characters... were they in Double Dragon 1, the arcade? I don't remember. I'm going to go up now. Another... a Bobo with luxuriant locks. Big hair. One-on-one, they're not so tough. You can beat them up. Let's use the... there we go. Take that. Oh, there we go. I wish I had a friend here with me to play this. It's so much fun, 2 players. Okay, up we go. This may... actually, I don't remember this. This must be from Double Dragon 2. Because I wasn't very good at Double Dragon 2. I never got that far. So this looks like it's a mixture of stages from both series, which is really cool. Whoa. The conveyor belts are very aggressive. This eye patch guy in his green overalls. I wonder if we can go this way. Knock these guys off. Will they climb back up? Oh no. Must be Williams. Wow, if you spawn there, you just instantly lose your life. I like that you can be these other characters. Really mixes things up. Bam, bam, bam. Take that. Off you go. So we want to try and jump. There we go. Over there. Some... oh, the shovel. Yeah, these are definitely not things I remember from Double Dragon. The original. Ah, yeah. Cartwheel's awesome. Kick ass. Oh, yeah. Alright. Take that. So we're fighting the evil Williams with their red hair. So I haven't done a game Gladiator video in a little while. I find myself struggling for time, you know, because I'm trying to build Spartacus and, you know, maintain the Sword and Sandals series and design the stuff for Sword and Sandals 6. And, you know, I've got my day job, my family, and life is busy, you know, in a good way, but it's just can be a little overwhelming, and sometimes something suffers. And I enjoy doing the Games Gladiator videos, but, you know, you only have to look at the view count to see that, you know, they're fun, but they're not hugely popular. The average video gets 50 views, you know, that kind of thing. And I really appreciate you guys, you know, taking the time out to watch me play these games. But I understand that, you know, a lot of you people don't know these games or are interested in watching me play. So, you know, I'm not PewDiePie. Thank God, you know, he's his own character. A little overrated in my opinion, but, you know, what do I know? I'm an old bastard. And so, look, I'm gonna finish Season 2. I don't know if I'll do a Season 3. Maybe. Sometimes I feel like, you know, an obligation to do the videos. You know, like, rather than, you know, playing something because I want to. It's like, I feel like I need to do another video, but I don't know. And part of the problem is, you know, YouTube don't do a very good job of promoting small channels, you know. It's like everything. Everyone's trying to make a name for themselves, but I've made like 100 and something videos on my channel, and it's cool that, you know, I've finally ticked over to 1,000 subscribers, or 1,100 now. But it takes a long time, and if you want to monetize your channel, you need over 1,000 subs, and you also need 4,000 hours of viewing time. Isn't that crazy? And that's a lot. Oh yeah, this character. This is the guy I was talking about that was based on Andre the Giant. Anyway, enough YouTube complaining from me. I appreciate you guys that are a wonderful audience, and I'm thankful to have anyone watching, you know. And I will make more Swords and Sandals videos. So you can see this guy has a big Andre the Giant kind of build, but he's got a blonde hair. Looks like some kind of old pensioner. Williams is awesome. He's a great character. He's really, I really enjoy using him. Alright, we're going to have one more character. We'll try Linda. With her... Well, off she goes. Inauspicious start. Take that. Chains and whips. Whoa. This guy is a big brute. So they have definitely mixed in Double Dragon 1 and Double Dragon 2 because he was not in the original. I really like that they've done that. It's great. It makes the game a lot bigger. He is taking so much punishment. She's got a couple of cool moves too, you know. Sometimes you want to pick up these weapons, but they punch instead. Oh, last life. He's taking so much punishment, and he doesn't have a health bar, so you don't really know how much health he's got. I always wanted to make a Double Dragon style, you know, Hong Kong showdown beat 'em up, and it's something that one day, if I had a great pixel artist, long term, and you know, unlimited funds, I would love to make. I can't see it happening. These things require tons of art and a lot of time to make, and they don't sell that well historically. But damn, it would be fun to make, you know. And it's the kind of thing that, yay! Well done, Linda. Well done, everybody. Cheers. Mission 4. Now, it uses as 4 stages, but I know this isn't the 4th mission. Now, this is probably the level that has, like, there's a gimp, kind of big guy in a gimp outfit, because this is the first level of Double Dragon 2, if I recall. We'll play for a few more minutes and then we'll call it a day, because I'm actually supposed to be working on my own game today, which I'm going to do a video for later today, and I'll show you what I've been working on Spartacus. I've got some the characters in the game now, and he looks awesome. Thank you to Brolov, my pixel artist. I was going to get to the big gimp character. There should be a helicopter coming up soon, if I'm correct. Oh, it actually looks a little bit different. I remember the... You've definitely mixed this up. Let's bring these guys down so we can throw them off the edge. Whoa, both died. Who are we going to be this time? Let's be Bolo, who's a Bobo, basically. Bolo is the name of the bad guy from Bloodsport, the great Van Damme movie. Look at this guy, his big chin, some family guy. Now, I don't think a Bobo, or Bolo as they call him, can get people in headlocks, but he's big and clunky. The big characters, they a little harder to control. The sprites are a bit bigger, but they don't have as much range as you think they would. Take that. So we're gonna climb down. See if we knock these guys off the edge. By knocking off the edge, you save yourself a lot of time, you know. And that was a little trick my friends and I used to do all the time. And when I'm talking a long time ago, I'm talking I was, you know, six years old playing this game. Back in the day. Come on. They're a little cleverer. They don't really want to go over the edge. Really nice work on the pixel art. Whoever did it. Boom. It's a shame that a Bobo can't pick up weapons. For Double Dragon fans, I got a bit of trivia for you. Did you know that apparently a Bobo's first name was Vincent? Vincent a Bobo. Who knew? Now there's got to be a big boss coming out of that door, you'd think, right? we're gonna beat these guys up, see if a big boss comes out, and if they don't, we'll probably call it a day. Because I'm starting to feel the oh yeah, it's 9:30 in the morning. I'm supposed to be doing my day job, my Whiskey Barrel Studios work. Because I only do it a couple of days a week, you see, and every hour is precious. So, as much as I love doing the games Gladiator, it doesn't pay the bills. Okay, we go back. All right. It is addictive, though. I want to keep playing. It's fun. Couple more minutes. It was a genre that kind of disappeared from the arcades. They had some really good ones like Alien vs Predator, how to beat 'em up. There's a Dungeons & Dragons one called Tower of Mysteria, I think it was. That was really awesome. And actually had role-playing elements in it as well, because you could level up your characters and gain spells and abilities and so on. And the characters were massive. That was kind of the pinnacle of them, I think. And then it just sort of died, and then the PlayStation came out, and 2D games, pixel art style games, died for a long time, and they weren't popular for many years until the sort of the indie revolution. Whoa! Alright, look. Probably time to call it. Yeah. Double Dragon Reloaded, highly recommended. You can download that free off, I think it's Game Jolt. It's just a fan remake, and that's just, I'm so impressed by fans that do things like that, that take the time to, recapture the likeness of the old games. I'll just turn that music down, and bring them back. It's just wonderful. But you can also, I can see the other side of it, where it's like you should make your own game. If you can, because you won't be able to sell this. This is a true labor of love. Anyway, that's it for the games Gladiator today, and I will return in a week or so with another video. And later today, it'll be a Spartacus update. So I'll see you all real soon, and bye for now.